All right, let's just jump right in. We are living through an absolute explosion in artificial intelligence. It really feels like a chaotic, high-stakes gold rush, doesn't it? Fortunes are being made, the rules are being completely rewritten, and pretty much everyone, from massive corporations to solo entrepreneurs, is trying to stake their claim. But what happens when the gold rush produces more chaos than actual gold? Well, you get some pretty weird stuff.
You get this wonderfully bizarre ad for a Willie's chocolate experience over in Scotland. The words make no sense. The illustrations are something else. It is a perfect, almost hilarious example of what people are now calling AI slop. It's that low-quality, often nonsensical content that gets churned out when AI is used without a lot of thought or, a human checking the work. It's funny, for sure, but it's also a great reminder of the messy reality behind all the polished demos.
And yet, the reason everyone is rushing in, slop and all, is because of numbers like this. The global AI market is projected to be worth almost $1.8 trillion by 2032. That is just a staggering figure. It represents one of the most rapid technological expansions in modern history, and it totally explains why the stakes are so incredibly high.
So, to really understand this gold rush, we first need to get a handle on the tools everyone's using. What exactly is the technology that's powering this multi-trillion-dollar revolution? Let's decode it.
Okay, so this slide shows a huge fundamental shift in how we build things. For decades, software was just a series of rigid if-this-then-that rules. If a user clicks this, then do that. But that's not great for solving complex problems. Machine learning, which is the engine behind today's AI, is totally different. It's not programmed, it's trained on massive amounts of data to find patterns all on its own. And this is the crucial point. Data is now the fuel. Your company's sales history, your project notes, that's the raw material for building intelligence.
And this new reality has created just an incredible sense of opportunity. As YouTuber Silicon Valley Girl puts it, we're in a perfect moment for entrepreneurship. The tools are right there, they're accessible, product development is faster than ever before, a good idea can become a real, testable product in literally 24 hours. It's an exciting, if maybe a little chaotic time to build something new.
But this explosion of creativity has a dark side. Remember how machine learning needs data to learn? Well, what happens when that data is copyrighted art, music, and articles scraped from the internet without anyone's permission? You get a billion-dollar backlash.
This timeline shows just how fast the legal war is escalating. It really kicked off back in 2022, when the U.S. Copyright Office ruled that AI images in a graphic novel couldn't be copyrighted. Okay, fast forward through 2024 and into 2025, and you see this absolute cascade of landmark decisions. Artists suing image generators, a court ruling that training AI on legal notes wasn't fair use, and even a massive $1.5 billion settlement from Anthropic. The rules are literally being written right now in real time in courtrooms across the country.
So who exactly is fighting whom? This table kind of breaks it down. You've got artists like Sarah Anderson taking on the big image generators, arguing their work was used to create tools that directly compete with them. You've got the New York Times suing OpenAI and Microsoft for training on millions of their articles, and you have major music publishers suing Anthropic for training its chatbot on copyrighted song lyrics. The central theme in every single case is the same: compensation and consent. But while these corporate giants are battling it out in court, a completely different story is unfolding on Main Street. For small and medium-sized businesses, AI isn't some legal threat, it's a massive power-up. I mean, the numbers here are just incredible. 91% of small businesses using AI report a direct boost in revenue. They're seeing their operational costs drop by up to 30% and are saving on average more than 20 hours of valuable time every single month. This isn't just hype, it's a tangible return on investment that is totally changing the game for the smaller players. So how are they doing it? Well, one of the biggest ways is demand forecasting. Instead of just guessing, an AI can analyze past sales, seasonality, market trends, you name it, to predict what customers will want. So for, say, a small clothing boutique, this means knowing exactly how many winter coats to order, which frees up precious capital and avoids costly missed sales.
Another huge advantage is understanding your customers on a whole new level. Using something called unsupervised learning, which is where the AI finds patterns on its own without being told what to look for, it can sift through your customer data and automatically pull out distinct groups like high-value bargain hunters or seasonal shoppers. This lets a small team run these highly targeted marketing campaigns that used to require a massive data science department.
Now, for any business owner watching this, the whole process can feel a little daunting, but it really doesn't have to be. This simple 4-phase roadmap is the key. You start by assessing what you have and what you need. Then you test a small, high-impact pilot project, a quick win, to prove its value. Once you have a success, then you can implement the right tools, train your team, and finally, scale what works across the whole business.
So we've seen the impact on businesses, but what about individuals? There's a lot of anxiety out there about AI taking jobs, right? So let's zoom in a bit and talk about how this technology is also creating a whole new economy of opportunity.
This quote from a Reddit user really captures the feeling a lot of people have, this worry that entry-level jobs are disappearing, or that the market is just too competitive now. It's a very real and totally understandable fear. But what if we reframe that threat as an opportunity?
Because it seems like for every old task that AI automates, a brand new role emerges. You can now run an entire affiliate marketing business with automated blogs and videos. You can offer a content factory service to businesses using AI to turn one blog post into a dozen pieces of content for different platforms. People are making real money just selling high-quality prompts. And then there's the new frontier of building specialized AI tutors or niche AI agents that can do things like negotiate a hospital bill for you. These are all brand new side hustles and even full-blown businesses that just didn't exist a couple of years ago.
Okay, but with all this power comes responsibility. Whether you're running a business or a side hustle, using these tools smartly isn't just about ethics, it's absolutely essential for long-term success. So think of this next part as the owner's manual.
The core principle here is just building trust, and that rests on 4 pillars. First, security. You have to know where your data is going, especially sensitive customer info. Second, fairness. AI learns from the past, so if your data has biases in it, the AI is just going to amplify them. Third, oversight. Never ever let the AI fly solo on critical decisions. Always have a human in the loop to prevent more of that AI slop. And finally, accountability. Someone has to be responsible for the outcomes. Getting this right isn't just about avoiding lawsuits, it's about building trust, which is your most valuable asset.
So, where is all of this heading? If this is the gold rush, what's over the next hill? Well, the future seems to be driven by a concept that takes AI to a whole new level.
We're moving from AI as a simple tool, like a chatbot, to AI as a teammate. The next frontier is autonomous AI agents. Think of them as virtual employees that can handle complex, multi-step tasks all on their own. Imagine an agent that can find brand deals for you, negotiate the terms, and schedule the content. This is leading to what's being called hyper-automation, where entire business workflows are automated, freeing up human talent to focus just on strategy and creativity.
Which brings us to our final question. As AI transitions from a tool we command into a collaborator we work alongside, what does that mean for us? What becomes the new measure of uniquely human value in the work that we do? That's the real question we'll all need to answer as we navigate this new world.